Reality is it was resulting in a lot of crashes for the product, right? So chat is something that is, wasn't acceptable to release in the state that it was, and we're looking to fix that as soon as possible.
You heard it there. The devs said they were fixing chat, and guess what? They did. Ahoy, all you kingpins. In this video, we are going to be going through the new Skull and Bones Seasonal Update 1.3, and there is some great stuff that has been fixed, adjusted, and added. Let's get right into it. Hello, I am AustinBMX and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you. Today, we have some huge news. Skull and Bones 1.3 is dropping in a few short hours. Monday, March 18th, 9 p.m. Eastern to be exact. And that's when the servers should go down for the update. And it's going to be great. The patch notes were just released, and thank you to Ubisoft for providing them to us early so we could get this video and discussion out as soon as possible for all of you. Recently, we put out a video of our top 10 wishlist items for Skull and Bones, linked in the top corner, so make sure you are also checking out that as well. And if you like this video and are excited about these changes, hit the thumbs up, and make sure to leave me a comment on your thoughts on all these changes. Alright, enough with the chit chat. First up, and probably one of the best things, voice and text chat are being re-enabled. You heard that right, we have voice and text chat. Well, somewhat. I'm not exactly sure the full extent of this feature, as I never played with this and we've never had it since release. But we are getting some capabilities listed in the patch notes. It states that we re-enabled group voice chat, group text chat, and world text chat. There's also this dev note stating some reasoning behind why it was off. We've previously disabled voice and text chat as it was causing major stability issues. We have fixed the underlying technical issue and have observed no major stability impacts relating game to voice and text chat so far in initial tests. And we are confident in re-enabling group voice and group world text chat again as part of this update. Now this says that they are enabling group voice and group/world chat, meaning we will most likely have a line of communication with our direct group members. There's no mention if they are working on more features like proximity world chat, so hopefully we can get some more insight on all of that information and see if that product feature is coming at any time. But this is huge news to be able to have that line of communication while in game. Next up, we're seeing the addition of some really great PvP features. Open world PvP.
Uh-oh.
Alright, that's enough dramatic pause. Before you have a mutiny, yes, it is still opt-in like every other PvP. In a sense, it is a way you can flag yourself as being accepting of PvP, and others with the same flag can battle you at any time. The patch notes state open world PvP. On a dev note, outside of the regular event modes, this is one of the first ways you can engage in PvP with others in the open world. In the future, we hope to expand upon the use of PvP flags, so this is just the beginning. Players can now opt in for open world PvP through the set sail screen before embarking from outposts and dens. Turn the PvP flag on to engage in combat with other players that also have their PvP flag on, anywhere out at sea, even outside of PvP activities. PvP flag on players and their current kill streak can be identified by a red skull icon beside their profile names. Hitting a group mate also with PvP on will damage them, friendly fire, so make sure you're being careful if you're out there in a group. PvP flag on players are unable to deal damage to players with PvP off, and vice versa, except if they are both participating in a common PvP event, which again is opt-in. While players have PvP flag on, they can see all other players with PvP flag on as a red arrow on the map. So going through some of that right now, that's a really cool feature. You can opt into PvP if you want to be involved in more dramatic activities on the server. Maybe we'll see some more cool battles. It'd be cool to have a fleet battle of 4v4 or something, or 3v3 would probably be more of the numbers we would see, right? But that sounds really awesome. This is really cool for community events as well. It allows communities to set up some different battles and things like that and not have to worry about the actual modes to be able to set those up. You can just actually go anywhere you want and set up some battle and have some fun systems there. Continuing on with that, we also have some additional PvP changes as well. Dev notes state that when the introduction of open world PvP, we also wanted to take the opportunity to improve the PvP experience and fine-tune some of the mechanics based on player feedback and data that we have regards to PvP activities. This one is really great. I like this. It's pretty cool. They've updated matchmaking criteria to account for the last selected PvP flag on-off preference when attempting to match players together. Players that are more inclined to PvP will have a higher likelihood of being matched to the same server and vice versa. That means if you do PvP on quite a lot, you will get matched into a server where other players also do that, and it essentially makes almost a PvP server and a non-PvP server. The next big thing that they've updated some things for and is going to be fantastic is a few changes to the Helm. Yeah! They have said that they've added opportunities that will continue to be generated for players that have owned all manufactories. So if you own all the manufactories, you should have some more opportunities continue to be generated for you. But one of the biggest things they've changed, and I remember hearing them talk about this on the deck last week, which was the dev vlog they had on the Twitch channel. They've actually changed the duration for funding and the capacity for all manufacturing levels. This allows you to not always feel like you needing to go do these pieces of 8 runs all the time. They don't want people to have to play like that. They want you to know that you can fund this and it will last quite a while. And these changes are amazing. As you can see from the graph here, we have all the manufacturing levels up to level 10. We have new funding durations, and oh my gosh, there are some amazing time there that will last forever. And we also have new capacity, which is a huge update. Currently, most of my manufactories around Red Isle and the African coast are at level 6. I'm pretty sure right now the current funding duration is around a few hours, maybe 5 or 6 possibly, maybe longer. I'm not really paying attention, but now it looks like it'll last for over 24 hours. And the new capacity for it is 1,500. Right now it is only 800, so that will double my capacity. So that means I can fund all these, and I don't have to touch them at all for an entire day, and I can go do 1 run a day. Right now it feels like I have to do 1 run every couple hours, it feels like. So this is huge. It looks like allow everyone to be able to relax a little bit possibly and go do some other activities in the server. There's a couple more big things that we will talk about as well. Inventory and trade. There's some awesome changes to this as well. They changed the default open behavior of silver pouches and chests to now open all pouches and chests in your stack. Now this probably just includes silver, right? So if you have a legendary chest or something that includes items, you'll probably have to open those individually. But for silver pouches and chests, it looks like it will open all of them at once and just give you all that silver. So that's great. They had also adjusted the Outpost vendor stores inventory to be persistent across different servers and different platforms. They added an option for players to cycle inventory while in the NPC shop in Outposts and dens, allowing players to buy and sell items directly from their warehouse. This is huge. Not exactly sure how this is going to work. As you are aware, we're making this video just by reading the patch notes. Technically, while I'm recording this, it's 2 days before the update even happens. We will be streaming later on as well. Make sure to check us out here on YouTube and over on Twitch when this update drops. But this looks like you will no longer need to bring items from your warehouse to your cargo so that you can sell to shops. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that works, but nevertheless, though, being able to sell directly from your warehouse and not trying to figure out what they might buy and then moving just that item over, because I have so much stuff in my warehouse, I can never just bring it all over. So this is fantastic, and I'm super excited for that. Another amazing change that everyone's going to be so excited about is some UI stuff with notifications. And notifications has been a big pain point in the game. Usually they always pop up all the time right when you're trying to do something, picking up your pieces of 8, setting sail, refining items, all that stuff they've done some fixes to that. First and foremost, activity invitations will no longer be shown when players are already in an existing activity. So if you've joined an activity, when you join La Peste, probably even a plunder, when you're in a legendary heist, or you're in a cargo event, you will not get any more invitations popping up for that given time because, you know, you can't join multiple events at any once. So that definitely helps that. Delayed activity notifications in several menus. That means when those invitations actually pop up, they'll actually like be hidden and it'll wait until you leave said menu and then they'll all come at that point. So it's a delayed activity, and that includes when you're in the set sail menu, the interactions with settlement menu, NPC stores, all that stuff. So hopefully we won't see any of those pop up all the time. Of course, in every update, we have all kinds of gameplay updates and fixes, so we'll go through some of these now. A couple really good ones and a bunch of stuff that we'll just skip through, and you guys can go in and read the patch notes you want if you'd like to know all the little baby fixes. For gameplay updates, yay, we have something amazing that is actually in my previous video about wishlist. They improved the visual clarity of the rocket aiming reticle. Not sure exactly how that's going to look. Hopefully it allows us to be able to see where the rockets are going a little more, and maybe I will start using them a little bit because they are a great, powerful weapon. They're just really hard to aim. Some of the major changes to some activities and events. We have Cutthroat Cargo. Players can now opt in to this activity during the pre-activity cooldown period. So you can only opt in to the event before the event starts. You can't join it afterwards. They've also made it so you cannot fast travel after you join the event as well. I think that's going to make Cutthroat Cargo a lot better, as well as the target outpost destination can only be viewed by the participants, and remove the speed buff for the Cutthroat Cargo carrier, which I didn't even know that existed. Speaking of speed buffs, I've looked and saw that they've removed the speed buff for the Helm Wager carrier as well. Didn't even know that existed either. I've only done that a few times, and it didn't look like I was going faster than anybody else because they were right on me and blew me up most of the time. As we mentioned before, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of additional updates and bug fixes. A lot of these are just small little fixes with different missions and little UI issues that some people have reported. I've went through most of them. I don't think I had any of this stuff ever happen to me, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen to you. So if you want to, make sure to go read the entire bottom part of the patch notes so you can see all the little tiny fixes that they have been working on, which is great to see when they work on all this stuff because it just means that they're getting through all those bug reports. They also have a new website report system as well. So if you guys haven't seen that, I'll have it linked down in the description. So if you have any issues at all, you can go ahead and report that. And you also can see some of the stuff that they are currently working on, some of the top priority stuff they have, and a few of the things they've actually fixed. So it's a pretty cool system. I recommend using that for any more bugs that you encounter in the future. Well, there you have it. Skull and Bones Update 1.3. We have some amazing new updates, some awesome adjustments, and just some good, great things. I'm super excited for it. It should drop today, Monday, March 18th, at the normal maintenance downtime. With daylight savings time in the US now, I was wrong at the beginning of the video. I'm pretty sure that maintenance will start at 10 p.m. Eastern, right? 10 p.m. Eastern time. And then it'll be ready to go after that. Not sure how long this update downtime will be. We've had a couple that have been an hour. Most of them have been 2 hours. So I would lead off that latter time since this is a fairly large update, and they probably want to push it and make sure to jump in and test it themselves to make sure that it took and everything's working good, especially with the voice. So we'll look at probably a 2-hour downtime, I imagine, tonight. If you're watching this video after Monday, then it probably is live for you and you're ready to go. Again, thank you to Ubisoft for providing us these patch notes early so we can get this information out to you guys super fast so you're ready to go with the new update. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, if you're excited like I am about the update, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for more Skull and Bones content, including tips and tricks. We also live stream here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So make sure you're checking out our channel over there. I appreciate everybody for watching. I hope to see you on the high seas sometimes. But until then, walk the plank.